As we continue our engaging journey through the world of sericulture, we embark on the practical aspect of our workshop. It's my pleasure to introduce our next experts in the field, Professor Pooja Bhagat, an esteemed professor from the Department of Chemistry at Acharya Narendev College, who brings her extensive knowledge in chemical analysis to guide us through the intricacies of soil sampling. Joining her is Ms. Swati Maurya, a dedicated research scholar from the Ciliate Biology Laboratory at ANDC, who will enrich our understanding of hands-on techniques in this domain. Their combined expertise promises to provide us with a first-hand experience in soil sampling and analysis, a crucial aspect in the journey of sericulture. Let's give a warm welcome to Professor Pooja Bhagat and Swati Maurya as they guide us through this enlightening practical session.
Hello everyone. I know it is very difficult to do the hands-on at this time and that to the chemical analysis, but as we have to do it the last session of the today's FDP. In the soil analysis, firstly, I am dividing this presentation in few parts. The first one is the introduction. What is the need of soil analysis? Why we are doing it? You may think कि अभी ऐसा क्या काम है? Why we have to discuss? So what is the importance? Why we need to do the soil analysis? And then as we have gone through the manual, so there are various steps by which we can find out. There are two ways: the qualitative analysis as well as quantitative analysis. In today's session, we are focusing more on the qualitative analysis because quantitative analysis takes too much time. But briefly, wherever it is possible, I will tell you about that. So let's come to the soil analysis. So the introduction part first. So now you have gone through so many sessions: mulberry plantation, mulberry plants, this mulberry leaves. So mulberry leaves play a crucial role in the process of sericulture, which is the cultivation of silkworms for reproduction of silk. Silkworms feed exclusively on the mulberry leaves, which are rich in nutrients, especially protein, and the nutrient content of the mulberry leaves directly affects the health and the development of the silkworms. So improper feeding, inadequate leaf quality or insufficient quantities lead to stunted growth, lower silk production and disease outbreaks among the silkworms. While if balanced diet, then it ensures proper growth, optimal silk production and development of the healthy people. So as we all know, good food, good life. So if we are providing good food to the silkworms, so definitely we will get the good crops. So the outcome of sericulture greatly depends on the quality of the mulberry leaves provided to the silkworms. Therefore, mulberry cultivation is an essential component of a successful sericulture industry. One of the factors to influence the mulberry productivity and quality is the soil fertility. As you all have attended Professor Mowgli's presentation, so few slides are from that presentation. Just to show you the importance of the land and the soil in the mulberry cultivation. Okay, so factors influencing silkworms crop success. The first one is the environment, 37%. Second is the mulberry leaf, 38.2%. So if we talk about the success of the silkworm crop, then approximately 75% contribution is of these two, the environment and the mulberry leaf. This is the optimum nutrient range in the soil. This is also the slide I have taken from the Professor Mowgli's PPT. So the pH, the range should be, optimum range should be 6.5 to 7.5. This is electrical conductivity. It should be less than 1. Organic carbon 0.65 to 1% and so on. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur. So these are the optimum value for the soil. And what we will do is that we will do the analysis of our soil, and then we will compare the whatever value we are getting from the optimum value, and then we can do the reclamation of the soil accordingly. I have again few slides from Professor Mowgli's slide. Soil reclamation. Let us say the pH is 6.5 to 7.5. That means if pH is less than 6.5 or if pH is more than 7.5, so it is not suitable for the mulberry cultivation. So we can do the reclamation by changing these amendments. Likewise, if the soil pH is less than what we are expecting, that is 6.5, then we can add lime per acre. This is MT is metric ton. So metric ton lime per acre we can add depending upon the pH of the soil in which we are doing the cultivation. Same way, if the pH is more than 7.5, then we can add gypsum in that, and according to the pH we can do the amendment. Not only that, we can also use the fertilizer according to the need of the soil, like this. So the soil pH, if the pH of the soil is less than 6, then we can use this fertilizer urea. While if it is more than 6, then we can use ammonium sulfate. Same way here, organic carbon. If organic carbon is less than 0.3%, then farmyard manure is used. If it is this is 37 metric ton per hectare per year, so on. Basically, what is important here is that we can do the reclamation of the soil depending upon the parameters which we are getting from our soil. Same way the phosphorus and potassium. So this is the available phosphorus, the concentration of the phosphorus, and this is the fertilizer which we can use accordingly. Same way with the potassium. So I think importance is clear to everyone that why there is a need to study the soil. So soil analysis is why important. I don't know why it is black and white. My slide is so black. Anyways, okay. So the collection of soils. मैंने कोई black and white तो नहीं touch किया अभी, पर ये तो color आ रहे हैं. Okay, anyways, collection of soils. So soil के collection के लिए what we are doing is that we are collecting the soil from the two depths. One is 6 to 8 centimeter from the surface. Another one is 26 to 30 centimeter from the surface, and that too in the zigzag manner. It is not that we are taking the soil from one area only. We will take the soil from various different areas of the soil where we have to do the cultivation. Then we collect it, then we mix it, and then we air dry it. So once it is dry, we can use it for the test. So what are the various tests? As we know this, if the mulberry leaves has good amount of moisture, then it is good, suitable for the silkworm. So water holding capacity of the soil as well as the moisture content of the soil is very, very important. If they are less than the expected rate, so what is that? Farmer has to do the irrigation again and again, have to give the watering again and again, so that to bring the good quality mulberry plantation. So this is for your this thing, because this is a very time consuming process. So we have already done it for you. So we have what we have done is the crush procedure is with you in the manual also. We will show you the tin box where we are doing it. The tin box is perforated, so we cover that with the filter paper, and then we fill with the soil, and then we need these values. So we will take the empty dish, which is the tin box, plus the filter paper. We'll take the weight of that, then we put the air dried soil into it, and then take the weight, and then we will show you, we put that tin box in the petri dish containing water, so that the soil present in the tin box will get absorb the water, and then after that we take out the tin box from the petri dish and put it on the filter paper. So whatever extra water is there, that will be get absorbed by the filter paper, and then we take the weight. So that will tell us the water holding capacity. I will share the values for our soil. In this today's session, we are dealing with the soil of ANDC. Okay, so we are providing you the soil of ANDC. So whatever parameters we are getting for ANDC soil. So this we have already done. I will share the value of A, B and C so that you can calculate the water holding capacity of the soil. Then the determination of soil moisture content. Again, the procedure is this, which you can go through the manual, but whatever is required is the mass of the empty tin box. Here it should not be perforated. A complete मतलब जो है perforated नहीं होगा, unperforated tin box है. Then the tin box with the moist soil, and then we dry it. So that will give us the, when we subtract the two masses, M2 minus M3, so we will get the value of the moisture present in the soil. So that will give us the soil moisture content. Am I clear? So I will provide you the values of both M1, M2, M3 and A, B, C. Then the pH of the soil. In the pH of the soil, as I told you, we have already provided the sample with you. So what we have done is we have weighed 20 gram of the soil. So whenever we are collecting the soil, then we have to sieve it through the 2 mm or 0.5 mm of sieve, depending upon the requirement. For soil analysis here, 2 mm is sufficient enough. Then add 50 ml of distilled water and stir with a glass rod thoroughly for about 5 minutes. Keep the beaker for half an hour. Note down the pH of the samples. So the solution is already prepared. So you have to just take the, I don't know how much of you have used the multiparameter. nahi. So Swati will demonstrate you how to use that. So by using the multi-parameter, you can find out the value of pH, number one, and then the electrical conductivity. So same instrument you can use to find out the value of both the pH as well as conductivity meter. One more thing is that whenever we are using this pH and conductivity meter, we need to standardize it. Okay, and as you can see in the manual, the standardization process is given. We have already standardized it. So basically for pH meter we need to standardize it for pH 4, 7 and 9.2. So that part is already done, but she will explain you that how you can do it, standardization. Secondly, for the this electrical conductivity also, we will tell there are 3 solutions provided by the this multi-parameter instrument company only. So by using those solutions, we can standardize a conductivity meter as well. Okay, so the procedure is the same for both, whether we are doing the PC, the pH or EC. But initially, what is happening is once we are taking the pH and then we have to get the soil to settle down, and then we'll take the value of the electrical conductivity. But since we are using the same instrument, so there is no need to take much time to get the soil to settle down, because you are using the same solution in both the cases. Then the extractable potassium. This is a procedure. This is the experiment which we expect you to perform. ये एक्सपेरिमेंट एक हमने छोड़ा आपके लिए कि आप करेंगे इसको. तो उसमें क्या करना है? We have the soil with us, so you have to weigh 5 gram of soil into 250 ml flask. Then you have to add 10 ml of 1 normal ammonium acetate solution. This solution will be provided to you, and shake for 5 minutes. Filter suspension using a Wattman number 1 filter paper. Bring the extract to a 50 ml volume with 1 normal ammonium acetate solution. So measuring cylinder is there for 50 ml. I think this is the one. So you have to do it, and then you have to check the potassium in the samples by taking the emission reading at 767 nanometer wavelength. Have you used the spectrophotometer? Yes. Okay. So by that you can take the value of the potassium. The range which is given, I think all of you know, the visible range is 400 to 800 nanometer. So this is the visible range. So you will get the color of the potassium without doing the measurement. But what is the main aim of doing it is that this is the method to find out the quantitative analysis also. So have you done the Lorry's method? Yes. All of you? For the protein. So basically we have to draw the standard curve for that. I have just for the rough idea how you can do it. So we have to prepare the standard solutions first. Okay, since potassium we will prepare the solution of KCl in ppm, various values, and then we take the absorbance for that. And when we have to note down the value of the, let us take the OD, the absorbance value of our solution is at this point, then we have to extrapolate it here and then here. So this is the value of the concentration of potassium in parts per million for your soil sample. So this is how you can find out the quantitative analysis for the potassium as well. Then the presence of inorganic salts in the soil. This is the qualitative analysis. So weigh 200 gram of soil in the conical flask, add 500 ml of distilled water to the sample, shake vigorously, keep the flask for overnight to dissolve the salts in water, filter the water slowly, collect the filtrates. The collected filtrates is called water extract. These water extracts will be used for the analysis of salts. This water extract is prepared for you people, so you can use that. Now the main thing is that whenever it is a qualitative analysis, as I am telling you again and again. So qualitative means we are just considering that whether this anion, we are here talking about anions only, so anion is present or not. Okay, so if you are getting the positive test, it means it is present. But if you want to compare, you can do the blank test also along with that, so that you can do the comparison that whether you are getting this test due to the presence of that ion, or this ion may be present in the distilled water. But in your case it is not the problem, because we have prepared the solution in deionized water, so you will not face any problem in that. So these are the tests. Ye cut bhi raha hai. I have already shared you in the manual, but I will share to you through the WhatsApp also, so you can get it over there. So test for chloride. For chloride, you have to take the extract 1 ml. 1 ml is roughly 10 drops you can take, and then add 1 ml of silver nitrate solution to it. The appearance of white precipitate indicates the presence of chloride. Then for the test for sulfate, take 1 ml of extract in test tube, add 1 pinch of barium chloride to it. The appearance of white precipitate indicates the sulfur. I think next is for the phosphate. I don't know ये कटा हुआ क्यों आ रहा है. Can you see this? Is it visible? So then the test for the phosphate. Phosphate के लिए we basically do the molybdenum test and we are getting the yellow precipitate. So say wherever we are getting the color precipitate, we can use that standard curve method to do the quantitative analysis as well. Okay. And then the next test for nitrate. So you have to take the extract from the this we have labeled it over there. वहीं रखा ना बेटा हमने. हाँ, so that is there. So you have to take the extract, add 1 ml of ferrous sulfate. Here we are taking the pinch of ferrous sulfate. Okay, solid we will take, and then sulfuric acid to it at 45 degrees Celsius, a brown 45 degree angle. A brown ring will appear at the junction of 2 layers. Then organic matter. Professor Mowgli has described the role of organic matter is very, very important in the mulberry. So mulberry plantation, and for the mulberry leaf, the organic matter is very, very important, and that we can check by using the adding hydrogen peroxide to it. So it is basically the organic matter means carbon is getting converted into carbon dioxide. So you are getting effervescence for that. And the last test here is the test for carbonates. For carbonate, basically you can add any acid into it. Carbonate will get again converted into carbon dioxide, and you are getting effervescence for that. And finally, thank you.
Multi-parameter. So these have different mode such as pH. So we can measure pH, then we can change the mode. Then we measure ORP, then electrical conductivity, total dissolved solid TDS, salinity, and resistivity. What is ORP? ORP is oxidation reduction potential. Okay, so first we have to measure pH. So this is the electrode for pH, and this is the electrode for electrical conductivity. So first we measure the pH. Solution, then we press measure button here, and this gives two indications. First, it will set on hold, then it will settle on stable. When it will come on the stable, this is that will be our reading. It will take time, some time. 7.59. Then we can change the mode for the electrical conductivity. So, this electrode is for electrical conductivity. So save for this. मतलब यहाँ पे डिप करेंगे and we take the reading.
सोल को टच कराना है या
हाँ टच कराना है, टच कराना है, हाँ 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 अंदर डालना है, जैसे डिप होना चाहिए इलेक्ट्रोड. ठीक है, हाँ
फ्रंट फैन ऑफ ये भी कर देंगे गेट इफेक्टेड. नहीं करना मतलब किसी को वो इंडिविजुअल करना है तो वो भी कर सकते हो. लेकिन अभी आप बैठ के प्रोजेक्ट और असाइनमेंट्स सॉलिड प्रोजेक्ट डिस्कस कर लो, ताकि एक ग्रुप एक ही प्रोजेक्ट कर लो. ऐसा ना हो दो रिपीटिशन नहीं, दो ग्रुप में प्रोजेक्ट कर लो. प्रोजेक्ट एक ग्रुप वाले लोग एक ही प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हो. वो रॉ वेस्ट मटेरियल
ये टेयर ही नहीं होना.
हो गया? Is it done?
हो जाएगा।
हो जाएगा अभी। जीरो नहीं आ रहा।
जीरो आ रहा है।
वो तो बोलते हैं
नहीं, अभी मैंने दोबारा किया है ना। अभी सब चला चला के देख के गए हैं।
चलना बंद हो गया।
अब ये टेयर जीरो नहीं आ रहा।
मैं 5 कम ही वे कर दूँ।
तो हमें इतना ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो फर्स्ट
जीरो तो आया
आ ही नहीं रहा है।
वो जब तक जीरो नहीं होगा वो आएगा ही नहीं ना।
बस 5 मिनट का एक एक्सपेरिमेंट है, आपको रिकॉर्ड करना चाह रहे हैं प्रॉपर हो गया क्योंकि उसमें नॉइज आ रही है ज़्यादा। चलिए मैं एक बार थोड़ा बताते हुए करिएगा इसको।
उसमें वो रीडिंग आ ही नहीं रहा है, वो टेयर डिस्टर्बेंस
कोई नहीं,
ये ठीक है,
ऐसे ही डाल
ऐसे ही डालो। 5+ कुछ आ जाएगा, दैट्स फाइन।
So first we will have to take 5 gram of soil.
रेगुलेटर की साइड ही बस ओके निकाल।
तो पहले रेन सॉइल वाला This we are doing for what?
Oh yeah, I know.
Potassium.
आपको बीमा सीनियर यू शुड नो।
अब आधे लोग कर रहे हैं, हाँ, तो इसमें कुछ और भी डलेगा।
इसमें नहीं है, वाटर नहीं है।
ये लोग क्या क्या डाला है?
Soil sample and then nitric acid and then ammonium monohydrate.
अमोनियम मॉलिब्डेट डाला।
Pinch of. Should we add more? कितना डालना है?
नहीं, क्वांटिटी नहीं है। एक फिल्ट्रेट लेके देखो, वो वाटर एक्सट्रैक्ट है ना, हाँ, उसके साथ में करके देखो, इसको डिस्कार्ड कर दीजिए। फॉस्फेट वाले में प्लीज टेक 1 ml फिल्ट्रेट इंस्टेड ऑफ पिंच ऑफ सॉइल। हमने सुबह टेस्ट किया है, हमारा ये येलो हुआ है। पता नहीं क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, देखते हैं।
नहीं आ रहा है। तो नहीं, वो सुबह किया है, उनका आया है।
हाँ, सुबह किया है हमने।
तो freshly extracted soil has
अब तक खत्म हो गया।
I know evaporate हो गया, phosphate evaporate हो
Non-residue transformed organic matter.
शेक नहीं करना है इसे। और रिंग वो हल्की सी बनेगी और
रिंग बहुत हल्की, हाँ, डिसअपियर हो जाएगी। बहुत कम टाइम के लिए बनती है। जब ऐसे टिल्ट में ही होता है ना तभी बन जाती है, और उसके बाद में डिसअपियर हो जाती है।
5 grams of soil sample provided. After that, in 250 ml flask. After that, take 10 ml of ammonium acetate solution. Shake it for 5 minutes. After shaking, filter the suspension in a Wattman paper, filter paper number 1. After that, bring the extract to 50 ml by adding ammonium acetate to it. After that, check K in the sample provided. That's it.